Game 1 between the Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics wrapped up last night. Wasn't able to get the video out last night because I wasn't able to watch the last 5 minutes because of YouTube TV. So thank you, YouTube TV, for having the malfunction. So let's start with the Heat. They come out. Let's start with Bam Adebayo, who came out extremely aggressive. This entire Heat team just played extremely well. They shot 52% from three. They were 16 for 31. I don't care who you are. If the opposing team shoots over 50% from beyond the arc, you're going to lose. If they shoot 55% from the field, you're going to lose, especially when you only shoot 35% from three. Look, any game that Miami makes more threes than Boston, Miami's going to win. Just due to the simple fact of the way that they play defense and how often they get open mid-range looks for guys like Adebayo and Butler. Before I get to Butler, who was fantastic, let's start with Adebayo, who finished with 20 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. Came out really aggressive. He brought the ball up a lot in the first half. When he got a rebound, he would push, got mismatches. He walked into that free throw line jump shot several times and consistently made it. He was 9 of 13 on the night. Bam Adebayo, fantastic game. Played good defense, protected the rim, did all the things that you expect Bam Adebayo to do. He just, in addition, was extremely efficient on the offensive end. It was really aggressive. He's going to have to continue to be really aggressive in order for Miami to pull off this series. I know they're up 1-0. I know that they've already stolen the game on the road. But we saw Boston win 2 road games against Philly. They can go in anywhere and beat anybody due to the amount of talent that the Celtics have. So if you're a Celtics fan and you're freaking out, don't. Okay? You're fine. A lot of time left in the series. Boston can still come back and win this thing. So, outside of Bam Adebayo, we then moved to Jimmy Butler. Actually, you know what? I want to save him for last. This was the ultimate role player game for Miami. Bam Adebayo scores 20. Gabe Vincent scores 15, hits 3 threes. Max Strus scores 15, hits 3 threes. Caleb Martin scores 15, hits 3 threes. Kyle Lowry scores 15 and hits 3 threes. When you get that production from Bam Adebayo, plus those 4 guys combining for 60, plus Jimmy Butler scoring 35, you're not going to lose very many games if you're Miami. You're not going to. Okay, they scored 123 points last night. That is a lot of points for Miami, given the pace that they play at and the lack of offensive talent outside of Jimmy Butler that they have. So look, if they score 120 points, they aren't going to lose because we know what they bring on the defensive side of the ball. And in the fourth quarter, it was close, and Jimmy Butler closed it out. When they had 110 points, I believe Boston cut it down. It wasn't quite 3, but it was probably just like a 1 or 2 possession game. And then from points 110 to 120, Jimmy Butler scored or assisted on every single one of them. Yeah, they were up by 7. It was 110 to 103. So over the last, from 7:27 left in the fourth quarter to about 37 seconds left, Jimmy Butler scored or assisted on every single basket for the Miami Heat. Scored 7 of the points. That had the kick out to Caleb Martin for 3. That was huge. I mean, when he does that, right, when he takes over sections of the game like he did last night, those are the stretches that Miami's going to win. The question is, can they win stretches when he doesn't do that? And when Jayson Tatum takes 0 shots in the fourth quarter, it is very easy for Miami to win those stretches. Now, we can talk about whose fault that is. We can tip our cap to Coach Spo and the Miami defense and the things that they did to make him uncomfortable. We saw that, in the last 3 minutes of the game, Jayson Tatum turned the ball over 3 times. That's part of that is due to the pressure that Miami applies and just how uncomfortable they made him. He was really comfortable in the first half. I believe, he finished the first half somewhere with 17 or 18 points. Looks really good. Looked like he was going to have another really good game. Comes out in the third quarter, looks good, takes 5 shots, shoots the ball well. He finishes the night with 30 points. Just imagine how many more he would have had if he'd actually, shot the ball in the fourth quarter. So part of it is Miami, great job. They did a really good job of making him uncomfortable when he had the basketball. But the other thing is when you go on national TV and you say, I'm one of the best basketball players in the world, people now must treat you like one of the best basketball players in the world and rip you to shreds if you don't take a shot in the fourth quarter. How do you not take a shot in the fourth quarter? How do you not do that? Oh, well, Jonathan, they didn't give him the ball. So is the coach. He's young. He's got to do a better job of getting him the ball. Sit here and tell me that for the entire 12 minutes of that fourth quarter, he didn't touch the ball once. I mean, come on now. Like, he touched the basketball. Now, were there some stretches where he didn't touch it? Sure, there were. But it doesn't matter. He has to demand the basketball. He has to do that. Okay, like, part of it is it on Mazzulla? Partially, yes. Like, could he have done some different things to scheme him open and get him going with some easy looks? Yes. But could Jayson Tatum have done a better job of demanding the basketball? Also, yes. Okay, and that's what stars do, right? This was a step that we saw. It feels like we've seen a lot of stars take, that some of them have had to take. LeBron had to learn how to demand the basketball. That was just part of his journey. Jayson Tatum has to learn how to demand the basketball in those spots. He has to do it. He has to get to his step back, because that's, his, I wouldn't call it his most reliable shot. I like when he gets to the rim a little bit more, but he really likes that shot. He has to figure out how to get to that shot. And that's the thing about Jimmy Butler, where down the stretch, he was so comfortable, so just under control, moving at his own pace. He was able to get to his spots, like the right side on the baseline. Like, that's Jimmy's spot. There or 2 feet in the paint. That's where he likes to be. He also a little bit out past the free throw line. He likes a little fade away from there as well. He gets to one of those 3 spots, patient, shows the ball. If you don't jump, he's going to knock down a jump shot. If you do jump, you're going to foul him, and he's going to go to the foul line. It was an absolute clinic of what to do versus what not to do in the final 4 minutes of a basketball game as the best player on your team. Okay, we saw Jimmy Butler take the ball, get to his spot, and score or set up his teammates. Meanwhile, we saw Jayson Tatum fumble the basketball and turn it over 3 times. You can't do that, okay? But here's the thing. Jayson Tatum's probably not going to have another fourth quarter like that. Miami's not going to shoot the ball that well again. So if you're Boston, you're walking away from this game disappointed that you lost, yes, but you don't feel like you can't win this series. Like, if Boston was the Lakers, everybody would be talking about how they shouldn't be worried because, Miami shot the ball extremely well. Kind of like how people are saying that the Lakers shouldn't be worried about Denver, even though the Lakers, because the Lakers had a good fourth quarter or whatever, because they closed the gap in a sport where everybody makes a run. So people are telling the Lakers not to worry. Look, if you're Boston, you shouldn't worry. Miami's not going to shoot the ball this well, and I highly doubt that Jayson Tatum is going to go quiet again in the fourth quarter. With that being said, though, I doubt that they have another Marcus Smart game like this, who I thought was awesome. I thought he was really the big bright spot. The other thing, too, I don't expect for the Heat to have 12 steals again. I thought some of the turnovers were just really careless. 15 turnovers for Boston. I thought a lot of them were live ball. 12. That's what the 12 steals are, right? So they're going to be better. If I'm Boston, I'm not worried. They dominated the points in the paint when it's 62-40 in that regard. They missed some threes that they usually make. Once again, if you're Boston, I don't think you're too worried, outside of the fact that you now have to go to Miami and win one. But if you're Miami, you should feel good. Game 2, way less pressure now. We'll see if they can keep it up. If they keep shooting the ball like this, I don't know if anybody's going to be able to beat them. So, thanks for watching the Game 1 recap of Boston and Miami. Make sure you like the video. Comment below. You a Boston fan? Are you freaking out? Miami fans, how do you feel? Let me know. Subscribe as well. We're breaking down every single game from this series, and we're breaking down Game 2 of Lakers Nuggets either sometime tonight or early tomorrow afternoon. That video will be up. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. I'll talk to y'all again later.